look,
Sure.
I'll give it a try. Kenya is my MVP, honestly, from the
I know
show.
she is class. She is amazing.
I mean, out of the people that are there
And
now.
Phaedra was so good.
Very quickly before we wrap up, I mean, this is way overdue. Talk to me, just we'll have some fun about the Potomac looks.
Oh, I have a whole okay,
Since you
you want my
rank
best?
them.
You want my best and worst? Best dressed, worst dressed?
Talk
I
to
can
me
do it real
about
quick.
your talk to me, rank them all from worst to best, and then I'll do the
Okay.
same.
All right. My worst dress, I'm sorry, is Mia. I don't know. Something about it just gave me like David's bridal.
And we're
I,
including Charisse in this too, right?
yes.
Okay.
Charisse was one of my best. I'll get to that. Mia, I'm sorry. I love Mia. No.
And
Jacqueline, Mia's best friend. I didn't like it either. Not a fan. Karen's, I don't know, the Grand Dame. It's just been she's been serving me, I don't know, over the top. She looks like a mermaid this season. I'm not, she's like channeling Giselle. Then for me, worst dressed is Ashley on my list. She is my second worst dressed, and I love Ashley. I love her so much. I don't know, she's got a banging body. It didn't do anything for me. And then, actually, I ranked this completely wrong. But anyway, Giselle was also on my stressed.
I have a ranking from last to worst.
Okay, so Giselle was actually, I thought Giselle brought it the best she ever has. I'm not a huge fan of silk gloves on women. I don't know. I don't really love it. Okay, here are my best. All right, so best dressed from 4 to number 1. Charisse was my 4th. I thought that's the best Charisse has ever looked. The cutout on the side, it fit her body. Her titties were tight. I mean, I thought for Charisse it looked fabulous, feminine. It looked great. The Professor was number 3 for me. The Professor gave me old school glam. At first, it's like, is this half dead peacock? What is going on? But I loved it. It just was like Art Deco-y. It was, I thought she looked amazing. Number 2 for me was my Candy Gal. Candy Gal, Candy Gal in real life is so tiny. She's petite. I mean, she weighs all of 98 pounds. She's a leaf in the wind. But she looked great. I love the dress, the big, kind of like ball gown look, amazing. And number 1 for me was Robin. I thought Robin looked the best that the Robin has ever looked. I love just that color of blue. It's that aqua-y blue. It's bright. It popped with the jewels on the side. I loved it. There you go.
We agree. When Kim D and I do this, we are all over the place. You and I are pretty similar, some differences. I think the absolute worst dress was Mia. I thought it looked so tacky.
Me too.
And by the way, let me just say the Salt Lake reunion this year. I mean, everyone freaked out last year. The Salt Lake reunion this year and Potomac, I think these are 2 of the worst dressed reunions in history. Overall, I hated Salt Lake as well, but I hated 99% of this. I'm picking a best of the absolute worst. I hated it all.
Oh, wait, you did of RHOP? You don't like their looks?
Oh, no. Overall, I think it's horrible.
Wow.
So, but Mia to me, the absolute tackiest, absolutely hated it. Disgusting. Second, Jacqueline put her right there. We agree. Totally. It looks so fucking cheap to me. It's disgusting. Next up is Giselle. I mean, I don't mind gloves. When Teresa did those pink gloves, I think it was Bravo contest. I thought she looked great. Madonna does gloves. I don't mind gloves. I hate that particular color blue. Where is like a nice dark blue? But even like the other blues, I hate that Royal Ramona blue. So I thought Giselle looked tacky. Next for me is Charisse. It was kind of boring. Maybe the best she looked. I thought it was a little whatever. Next, I thought this looks she has to stop with this. She does this every fucking reunion. I don't like the one's long sleeve and the bare sleeve, Karen Huger. And I thought that material looks so fucking cheap also. Points for some creativity. She's better than these others. I thought it looked cheap. Now we're into the top 4. But when I say top 4, I'm still repulsed. Number 4, girl, Ashley, listen, I'm gay. I like dick. I mean, but I also like boobs and I love women. I am sorry. I am not a prude. I think this was so inappropriate. Put some fucking clothes on. I thought that was so inappropriate for a reunion. I'm like, I mean, what? She's literally half naked. She has a great body. I think it is so inappropriate for a reunion. Put some fucking clothes on. Third, Candace, Candy Gal. I mean, again, this, I thought was horrific. This ostrich bullshit, I thought it was, I get it, it's a little playful. I thought it was horrific. My top two. Number two, I absolutely hate, but then I was like, wow, I think I also love it. Wendy, it really went from hating it to being in the leg. And it was like, I like the colors. So I'm like, you know what? I like it. I went from hating it to really liking it. And we agree. Number one, Robin Dixon.
Robin Dixon. Oh my God. Robin looks like she could go to the Golden Globes. I mean, it is that great. I would love to know who did the dress.
It's elegant. It doesn't look cheap. So her and Wendy are my two.
All the women too are just looking, very healthy, fit, in shape. They look wonderful. I actually loved it. I thought it was the best that the women have looked ever. Ever.
By the way, we'll dive into it next time. Karen and Robin are in like a major feud. They're talking about season 8. And I mean, Karen is just like not holding back. And I think she's kind of throwing the whole Juan had an affair thing in Robin's face. And the Grand Dame should just come back messy as fuck. I would love that. We haven't had a really.
I think she's getting to her. She seems like she's getting it. Remember when Nene the last couple of seasons was at her breaking point and just like kind of like loved to be on the show but hated it. I feel like the Grand Dame has headed there too. Like I just feel like the Grand Dame. This latest huge fight that she had in Mexico with Charisse, where they're both up banging on the table. The Grand Dame, darling. I mean, we don't like to talk about numbers of age, but I mean, we're closer to 7-0 than we are to, 5-0 or even 6-0.
Just gotta say that.
But the Grand Dame, she doesn't give a rip. She does. She throws.
How old is the Grand Dame? 65?
I think so. I love it.
And by the way, I believe Ramona was the oldest one on the network. I don't know why she didn't sue. I'm really litigious today.
The Grand Dame. Oh God. Okay. Oh my God. The Grand Dame's going to kill me. The Grand Dame is
62, right?
No, she's only 59 years old.
Oh, dear God. Listen, this reminds me, let's end on a happy note. This reminds me.
Edit me. They're going to kill me. Oh my God. Sorry, Grand Dame.
I
thought the Grand Dame was like 64, 65. I thought the Grand Dame was 60.
Why didn't Ramona Singer sue the network? I'm sorry. I'm all about suing. Yeah, 66, you're fired. You could claim she's the oldest one on the network. And she's that old. She's 66. That's the oldest housewife at the moment. Look, what was I going to say? That what you just did with the Grand Dame reminds me of the scene where Brandi and Phaedra, Girls Trip 2, are at the bar, and Phaedra's like, "Look, girl, like you got to show some respect to that woman. She could be your mother." And she was talking about Dorinda, and Brandi's like, "She's like 2 years older than me." And Phaedra and Brandi burst out laughing. That is classic Phaedra. It is classic Brandi. It is because it's true. Phaedra was so serious. She wasn't being shady. She was like, "Girl, you got to show that woman some respect."